Afternoon or evening. Welcome to my second annual WPT and all things Vegas poker space. I'm Sherry Pluskota, your host, and others will be joining us shortly. Until then, I'm going to get some business out of the way. First, I'd like to thank my sponsor, Elevator Results. If you need a tailor made workout plan to help you lose weight or gain weight, Elevator Results can design that plan. Follow them on Twitter and check out their site at elevatorresultspt.com. A reminder that you can find the recordings of my past spaces and interviews on my YouTube channel at Sherry Pluskota 9212. Please like and subscribe when you're there. It's free of charge. I don't charge anything for my content, and I'd appreciate that. Be reminded the sixth official Spaces meetup game is at the Bellagio, Las Vegas, December 12th at 2 p.m. Many thanks to Sean McCormick and Craig Larson of the MGM family for hosting us and providing pizza for us on that day. We appreciate you. A little shout out to Fats this morning, who is had to make a couple of trips to the hospital in the last 24 to 48 hours. He's not been feeling well, having some issues, so let's send him up in our prayers that he makes a speedy recovery from all things happening with his health at this time. Be reminded that Friday at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time, and 8 p.m. London time, Tanya Masters is going to join me for an interview. That is Friday, and we're going to get to talk about all things in Ireland as far as what they're offering in poker at things like the Irish Open. So definitely looking forward to speaking with Tanya. Got to meet her in person for the first time in Malta. And I'm going to tell you, if you don't follow her on social media, you need to, because she's very creative and she's got a great sense of humor. And she puts herself at the butt of many jokes, and she's such a great sport. So that's Tanya Masters. Hey, Isaac, how are you this morning?
Good, good. How you doing?
Good, thanks. Glad you're joining me this morning. Um, got a lot going on, as they say, and I know you do too. So I just thought I'd hit the ground running and try to cross some of those things off the list this morning. Wanted to bring up a couple of things. Another person we're going to be speaking with or having some time with on Monday, Sara O'Connor and Lily are going to join us in the morning space. They'll come in a little bit late after we after we disseminate all the poker information. They'll join us, and we're going to discuss the Fair Bet Act and hopefully get some more people to support that act. And please reach out to your congressmen and women. I have the link in my Twitter feed for you to voice your opinion, reach out to them, follow the link to their email, write them a little email about whether you want them to pass that Fair Bet Act and, make your voice be heard. So that'll be Monday. We'll speak with Sara and Lily about that topic.
Now, the Fair Bet Act has to do with the ability for these digital platforms for us to be
No,
able to
it
play in
has,
them, or
okay, okay, fair question. Actually, it has to do with the new changes to the tax code for professional gamblers and even non-professional gamblers and your deductions. So,
interesting. So then, oh, damn. So that means you could write off your buy-ins?
well, you used to be able to. Now they're making, okay, I'm not going to get too far in the weeds on this because I really want to make sure we're disseminating the right information.
Uh-huh.
But you used to be able to, when you had winnings, deduct your costs, so to speak. Now, 100% of your winnings are going to be taxable. And so that makes a big
Oh, so
difference.
they're just trying to take a bigger chunk.
Yeah, yep.
Okay, okay,
So
yeah.
we'll get into the weeds on that on Monday. And again, the reason I don't want to really dive into it too much is I don't know all the ins and outs, and I don't want to misspeak and misrepresent.
That's interesting. If that were the case, right? So then that means like, wow, all these years of punting, I could have been getting money back.
Oh no. Okay. All right. Now let me let me just backtrack for a minute. So if you gamble, okay, so like I gamble, I play slots, I play poker, whatever.
Right?
Okay. Every year, do you not write off your winnings and losses on your taxes for gambling?
Honestly, I do stated income mostly. So that's I don't usually like specifically do write-offs as is. I should be doing that with my mileage and things like that for
Yeah.
driving.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah,
You're leaving
no.
money on the table. I'm
Whew.
just going to tell you. Okay, so for instance, we have you contact the casinos, and most of them you could do it online. Like I do it at the beginning of every January, or I try to. Sometimes life gets in the way, so it's February, but whatever.
Right.
You go on their website and you look for the win loss statements, and you click on that, and there's usually a link there for you to put in your email, and they will send you a copy of your win loss record so you can file your taxes with that.
Ooh, I might even have to amend for a couple of years if that's the case.
Oh yeah.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
I'm
And you
sure.
do that for all of the casinos. I know one casino I visit, I have to actually email them and then they mail me a hard copy of it. They don't do it via internet. So, but that's fine. They mail it to me, snail mail every year. But the other ones like MGM, Caesars, you can get it. Like if you are on the Caesars Reward app, you
Yeah.
can actually see it there. Like you can
Oh,
get it through there. And then MGM, you just go and on the menu, just click on win loss record and they'll send it to you. And I'm pretty sure like the Orleans does it like that. And even South Point does it online too, but I could be wrong. But anyway, it's really easy to obtain those records and they're your win loss. And you use those every year. I take them with me to my taxes because guess what? On a slot machine, if I win $20,000, I want to offset that with my losses. Hello.
right. So you're not getting taxed for like just the win. Yeah, definitely.
Right. And so now they're just trying to tax you on just the win. So that's what we're trying to battle here. So we'll get into the weeds of that on Monday for sure.
Ooh,
So that
fascinating.
people will get a better understanding of what's going on. And so I hope that kind of just, you
Now
know,
here's a good one too. I don't know if you've seen this, but right now the Cyber Monday sales extended on Caesar Rewards, and rooms are $45 right now with resort
nice.
fees.
Nice. So get your rooms now. Come to the meetup game, people. Let's go.
Yes, interesting. View promotions and packages. Fascinating. Let me see.
Oh, another thing I wanted to bring up, you brought up Joe Marengo's name as far as ride shares and
Oh yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Did you get to talk to
Okay.
him?
And yeah, and he kind of does like a concierge service as well in Vegas. He is not set up to do that right now, but if that changes, he'll let me know so we can make that announcement.
Okay, okay,
So Joe Marengo is not doing ride sharing stuff or concierge service right now at this moment.
okay,
So
okay.
just so we get the correct information out there. Also wanted to update you guys on the whispering secret I gave out yesterday. My Nick is not finally. My Nick is officially engaged to Megan, and that all went beautifully yesterday.
Oh, that's cool. Very
It's very
cool.
cool. Yeah, it's
Yes.
very cool. We had an exciting day yesterday for sure, and the pictures are amazing. I'll have to post some, but it was a great day for my family. Um, did you get to watch any of the HCL $1 million marathon?
I saw the goddamn hand yesterday. Uh,
Okay,
Now,
all right.
what I didn't see, but I did read about, was the whole thing that apparently the game got screwed by Senor Tilt acting like a douche.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. Is it over? Did it end? Because
It
I saw
did.
one tweet
It
that it's
did.
over, and here are the standings. And I was like, wait, it was supposed to be 24 hours.
Yeah, it only went
So,
12 because apparently Senor Tilt was running bad and he was just looking for every reason to, you know.
oh,
Yeah.
well, that's
So he
disappointing.
kind of killed the mood, and I guess from what I was, this is all from what I gathered from tweets and stuff like that. I think Alan Keating was the one trying to give him action, right?
Right. Which always
Because
does.
Keating murdered last night on that one hand,
Yep.
and yeah, like I guess dude just couldn't get over the fact that he was running bad, got chippy,
Oh
and
boy.
then I guess Keating ended up leaving the game first. I think.
Well, I'm going to go back and watch the end of that feed. Hopefully today. I'm so busy, like my head is spinning. I'm just going to tell you guys
Yeah.
with the morning show, then Tanya coming on, the thing on Monday, my kid getting engaged. I fly home tomorrow, trying to do this stuff for the meetup game. I'm telling you, I'm running out of
Oh
hours in
man,
the
you're gonna
day.
fly home and then to Vegas?
Yes, dude. Yes,
Oh my
yes, yes, yes.
goodness. Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. And so my head is spinning right now, but I'm going to try to get to watch some of that, go back and watch the replay because I'm really curious because I know those guys that, Ryan and Raver and all the folks over at HCL put a lot of time and effort into making those arrangements to host those kind of games. And so I'm a little disappointed as a viewer. It didn't go the whole 24 hours.
Yeah.
And I'd like to go back and watch and see what the hell actually happened. That would definitely be disappointing for sure. I do want to talk about that one hand you alluded to. Um, I have it written down. So it is Steve, who has Jack Nine of Diamonds.
Yes.
It is Martin Cabrile, who is Jack Six of Clubs.
Yup.
And it is Alan Keating, who has a 10 of Diamonds and a 10 of Clubs.
Yeah.
And the flop is
And Senor Tilt had a 8 and a 9.
right.
Yeah.
And the flop is 10 of spades, jack of hearts, jack of spades.
Yup.
So Steve hits trip jacks, Martin hits trip jacks, and Alan hits a boat, tens full of jacks.
Yup.
And if needless to say, they're all in after the flop and they run it twice. And Alan Keating takes home the pot for over $2.1 million, which of course is the largest pot to be won on a live feed, which
Well,
is
funny
is
enough, they
crazy.
disputed that because, and I thought
Oh,
I was mistaken because apparently the Tom DeWan hand from last year was 3 point something million.
oh.
And then there was another hand that they,
I thought that one was just like 1.9
that's what
million.
I thought, but people were saying no, it was 3.1 million. I'm like, it's 3.1 million.
No, it was. I don't think so.
Here,
I don't think
I
it
was looking
was.
for the tweet again in my feed because there was a lot of contention over that.
Well, let's see if we can't find out about that for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I'm looking for it as we speak.
That's crazy. But anyway, it was a huge pot, 2.1 million.
Talk
Hello.
about a scoop,
Uh
right?
hell yeah. I'm happy to get 2.100.
Ooh, look, she's gonna join it. Wow. What's her name?
What are you talking about?
Shina Okamoto is going confirmed for
Oh,
the.
she's going to the Bahamas.
Yup,
Yeah.
for the Super
Yeah.
Main.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
But don't forget, isn't there some kind of incentive for players that cashed in some of the WSOP bracelet events this summer? Isn't there some like added bonus cash giveaway if they come down to the Bahamas and I don't know if it's final table or win or whatever, or am I making that shit up? I feel like there's some kind of
I think you're right
um
though. No, I think you're right.
there's some kind of bonus being given to those that did well this summer, that if they come down there they have a chance to win more cash, some, I don't know. Anyway, so I think that's motivating some folks to go down there. Of course, besides fun in the sun, it's beautiful down there. The rest of us are cold or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah, here we are. Here we are. Okay, let me give some reminders. Don't forget the ARIA Daily $200 tournament is suspended from now through the 21st of December. And the ARIA evening tournament starting today through the 19th of December, 7 p.m., $300 buy in, 15K guarantee. So that starts today, that evening tournament. Also, Green Valley River is supposed to be reopening later in December. Don't have an exact date yet. If we find one, we will definitely release it. Also, the Venetian Poker Atlas Tour Deep Stack Extravaganza is December 10th through 13th. $2,200 buy-in, day 1A on the 10th at 11:10 a.m. $100,000 guarantee, 40K starting stack. So just some reminders about some things going on. Also going to throw out these meetup games. Of course, our meetup game is at the Bellagio on the 12th at 2 p.m. And then there's a ladies only meetup game at the Bellagio on December 18th, 6 to 9 p.m. And they're going to be doing that monthly. And so the next one in January will be the 15th. Then there's the WPT Gold Ladies Mimosa meetup game at the Wynn at 9 till noon on December 10th. They will have some splash the pot items, which include some buy-ins to the WPT. And of course, Jamie Kurtstetter hosts that one. The Pocket Queens Ladies Only meetup game is at the Venetian December the 11th from 6 to 10 p.m. And then that's a 1-3 no limit game. And just a reminder, the Bellagio Ladies event is December 14th at 11 a.m. $250 buy-in, 10K guarantee, 30K starting stack. And there's a Ladies Winter Festival at Resorts World, December 8th through the 12th. And we'll disseminate that what events are at that Ladies Winter Festival as it gets a little closer.
What up, Barry?
Hey, Barry, how are you? Does he show his listener or speaker to you?
As listener, as listener.
Okay. Because, I can never tell if when people come up, it's crazy.
Me neither. If
it's,
I have any
it's
little glitch
nuts.
or whatever, a phone call or something like that, it'll do the same thing to me where I can't tell if people are speakers or not. Sometimes I'll see people who say listener and I hear them talking. Yeah,
Yes. And it's almost embarrassing sometimes because you're like, I'm sorry, I didn't even know you came up as a speaker. I'm not ignoring you. I just can't tell you're a speaker.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
All right. I want to talk about something I saw yesterday, which kind of, I don't know, kind of irked me a little bit. And I'm wondering how you feel about this. All right. So Lexi Gavin made a tweet. Um, I think it was about, hold on, let me
I
pull it
think I know
up.
exactly what you're talking about.
Okay,
I think
hold
I know
on, hold
exactly what
on,
you're talking about.
hold on, hold on. So I want to pull it up because I want to make sure, I look at so many like you do that I just don't want it to be. Okay, so she puts out a tweet that says, do you have a pre-session ritual before you play poker? Hers is, she says, mine is yoga. And I'm not going to mention any names because I'm not trying to call out the people doing it. I'm just trying to get a feel for how other people feel about what they did. Okay, so I'm not going to call out who did it, but somebody in the thread put the link to signing the petition for the Fair Bet Act. And then somebody else put, this is, I'm just paraphrasing. This is Lexi's um, Twitter feed. She may not want this kind of thing. She's trying to discuss yoga or whatever. And then somebody else replied, and so the person that actually put it there then kind of came back and said, if poker is not protected, everyone suffers. I'm a fan of Lexi's, and my response is teasing, obviously, but I'm also serious at AF, obviously. And so to me, it sounded like they're going to just go into everybody's tweets and continue to post this link. What do you think about that?
Well, it's one of those things, right? Where I think people take any opportunity they can to highlight whatever the agenda is at the moment. And that, by the way, this wasn't the tweet that I thought you were going to be talking about. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think people always try to hop on a train, You know, people love to hop on a moving train and get some kind of
But
traction.
don't you think that there's a right time and place?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
she's
But
talking
people
about
suck at reading
yoga
the
and
room.
you're right, and pre, tournament or session ritual. Like if you come into this space and post in my chat, I would have no problem with that, right? Because it is appropriate to put that kind of thing in a space chat, in my eyes.
Hmm.
But if you come on my Twitter feed and I'm talking about my kid getting engaged and you put that on there, you're gonna get blocked. I don't care who you are.
Hmm.
Or if I'm talking about, I don't know, something else that has nothing to do with that topic and you put that in that feed, you're gonna get blocked. Like,
Yep.
I don't want that in my feed, inappropriately. And I
Absolutely.
think I'm pretty gracious about sharing my platform to promote things, but I expect people to respect that platform too.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Like the tweet I thought you were talking about, and was it Lexi Gavin or was it Jamie Kersetter? It was one or the other. They posted something about, am I getting old, or is WPT, why build up all this prestige, you know, to let it go down how it's going down now, and then the WPT Gold account like put that statement
Yeah,
on a meme.
I'm going to tell you something. I have kind of just avoided that whole thing. First of all, it was because I didn't see that whole thing going on. And actually, somebody had reached out to me and said, I think three different people reached out to me and said, "Are you paying attention to this?" And I'm like, "Really, I'm not. I'm so busy that." And so, probably the second or third day, somebody texted me again and said, "You really need to pay attention to this conversation. It's getting ugly." So then I went back and tried to catch up, which I don't know about you, but when I go back on Twitter to try to catch up on something that's going on,
It's horrible. It's
yeah,
horrible.
it's not easy
No, it's horrible.
because you don't know if this response is in response to this or that, or is this person responding to her or him or whatever. And so I looked back at it for about 15 minutes and I was like, I'm more confused now than when I started. And so I purposely just tried to really stay out of the conversation, although I have an opinion about it, because honestly, it's really proving to me what's wrong in the world of poker, women to women. And when I say that, I'm like, how, like, it's okay to have the conversation if we don't start hitting below the belt. And that's what starts to happen. Like, you're embarrassing. Like, don't hit below the belt. Just say, hey, this sucks that you put this here because of this. This is my opinion, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to say you suck, but you can say this sucks. Like, I didn't like this, or, this isn't good for poker, whatever your opinion is. But you don't have to like attack the person personally. I'm never for that. I don't care who they are. I'm just never for that. Like, stay on topic, have an adult conversation of why that tweet by WPT Gold hit you the wrong way or you thought it was funny, whatever, but
Yeah.
have an adult conversation. Let's not attack each other because you're proving people right about how, bitches can be bitches in the poker room world. Like, come on, you guys. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, I think people just love to be over opinionated with a bunch of this stuff too. Because if you read the comments under the initial post, it's like, yeah, you know, it's kind of like one of those. It's not polarizing, but I will say that it is there to get a rise out of people, right?
Well, I mean, come on. We can admit that the WPT Cold account is nothing more than trolling to get clicks, and they're very good at it. Because what they do that may be over the edge because we try to hold our poker companies to a certain standard, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
That some of this stuff is like, oh, cringeworthy, right? And you're like, oh wow, this is a company that's putting this out. But the same token, I'm fucking here for it.
Well, see, that's what I mean. It's kind of like when you see Wendy's and In and Out and a few of these other fast food chains going at each other on X, right? It's fun.
Right. Right.
And
Right. But
honestly,
I will
I
say,
don't think
go ahead.
WPT is like whoever's running the WPT Gold account. They have to like they have to be young enough that they understand meme culture because they're hitting the marks. Like this Black Friday, all of their posts and everything, I felt like it was on point. I felt like it was. I'm not gonna say on brand because that's not necessarily WPT's brand, but their presence and how they're portraying themselves on X, it's very current, right?
Right. But we have to stop associating them with WPT.
Well, see, that's the thing, though.
Although
I mean, they are the
they're
same thing,
two
right?
separate they're two separate identities.
Right, because one is gold and one is
Right.
WPT.
And one has nothing to do with the other. And people keep trying to make it sound like the WPT is doing this. No, they're not. It's WPT Gold. It's their own identity. And I'm going to tell
Interesting.
you, yeah, I'm going to tell you that I for me that video should have never been posted. And I say that, and you saw my response to it was a little meme with my hand over my head. And I can't remember the other thing I put with that, but it's like, we can do better than that post.
Are you talking
Honestly,
about the
I
one where
don't
the
think,
girl's on the table?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that
I just think it's tasteless. Like, I don't want to see this girl's crotch
right. Yeah, because
as my
okay, because it really was
representation
out
of,
there. No, you're right about that.
yeah,
You're right about that.
as my representation in the poker world. And I say that because here we go. Okay. We're trying to be recognized as female poker players, not as sex symbols, not as a low cut dress, not as whatever. I just want to be recognized as a poker player. Some people complain. Don't say I'm the last woman standing. I want you to say that I'm uh, in the final table. Not that I'm the last one. Some people take homage to using those terms, last woman standing. No, I just want you to recognize me as a poker player that made it to the final table. And so when you look at it through those lenses of, I want to be recognized as a good poker player if I'm a good poker player, that sets us back 10 years when you have this crotch in your face on a web page or Twitter feed.
I don't know if you've seen it, but the woman in question who was on the table, she wasn't
Yeah.
even aware that she got
Okay, I don't
filmed
buy that. I don't buy that at all.
because she
I don't
apparently
buy
is
it.
not even on social media like
I
that
don't
or
buy it.
anything.
I don't buy it. I do not buy that video. I stopped. I didn't even watch the whole thing. I don't buy it. She knew exactly what she was doing and she knew people were filming her. And I don't buy her story. I just don't. And that's just my opinion. This is the 2025 year. Come on. Everything is videoed and posted.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, people film, right? People pull out cameras. I don't know
And it's
if
if she didn't know, then why is she turning her crotch right to the camera? Come on.
again, that's one
Come
of
on.
those, right? That's
Come
definitely one
on.
of those. Oh,
Why
that's
is she
funny.
turning right to the camera if she doesn't know? Come
Yeah.
on. I'm not stupid here.
I hear you. I hear you.
I'm not stupid. Don't play me like I am. I didn't even finish watching her video trying to explain that bullshit.
Oh,
She knew
there's a video of her
exactly.
explaining all of that? I didn't
Yes.
even know that.
Yeah. I
See,
watched
there's
about,
just too much on the feed. That's one thing too. You notice
yes.
this now that just like you said with the other incident that we were just talking about, the initial one, right? It's like I'm not even gonna try and find out where it's gone or anything. It's just whatever pieces I can catch, I'll watch that because some of this stuff you really have to be like dedicatedly
Well, and you
looking
can't,
at every one of those tweets.
there's
It's
just so much. It's
yeah,
so fucking much right now. I can't keep up, and I'll be the first to admit it. I used to be able to keep up, but now there's just so much. And of course, my home life is so busy that, I just don't have the time like maybe I did when I wasn't feeling good and I was at home a lot of hours. But
yeah,
there's just so much. And I can't even remember last time I watched an entire podcast, which I used to do all the time. There's just no time. There's too many of them. Like
yeah. I'll be
it's
real with you.
flooded.
I didn't even catch Negreanu's last season one.
I didn't either.
I and like not at all, and that sucks because he had won the no the year before when he won the PPC. I didn't even catch that season in its
I'm going
entirety.
to tell you what, I have not seen the last two seasons of his summer vlogs.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
haven't.
totally fell off after 2023 season.
It's too much. It's absolutely too much. So let's move on, shall we? I
Mm-hmm.
want to talk about the WPT that's down in Hollywood, Florida right now, because I want to give some kudos to Joel Gola for having his priorities straight. Joe was the chip leader at the Rock and Roll Poker Open Championship, and he actually left the tournament for several hours, missing several levels, maybe two or three levels. And then he had the dinner break and he went to attend his granddaughter's birthday party. His stack survived two more days after that, and he made it to the final table.
That's pretty commendable.
Right?
That's pretty goddamn commendable. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I had to make sure we talked about that today because, family should come first no matter what. And if you can do something like that, you really got to, you guys. Those birthdays don't come around again. Those kids remember, hey, grandpa chose poker over me. Those kids remember that. And honestly, I never want one of my kids or grandkids or even close friends to think that poker is more important than them.
Right, right.
I mean, that's where I'm at with it.
Nah, that's really cool. That's actually very cool to
I
hear.
thought that was a very
I
cool
don't think I've
story.
ever heard of anything like that. I mean, the one that always sticks out to me is 91 WSOP when Stu Unger leaves and his stack makes it all the way to the final table, I think.
I think you're right.
Without him, I that
Yeah.
shit to me has always been like, wow, that's how big his stack was.
Yeah, buddy.
They really couldn't beat him without him
Yeah.
beating himself.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
buddy.
That one always is one of those that I'm like, damn, he really did that.
All right, I'm going to read out what's going on at the WPT and then I'll bounce it to you for your tournament schedule, okay?
Okay.
All right, over at the WPT at the Win, Ryan Beauregard is the executive director of poker, and of course, Matt Savage with the WPT. Our host in that series, December 2nd through the 22nd. There are 78 events in 21 days. This is day 2 of our 21-day coverage of that event, as well as all poker in Vegas. Um, Today, December 3rd, over at the Win WPT series at 11 o'clock is an $800 no limit tournament. It's event number 2 with a starting stack of 40K. At 11 a.m., also is a $600 event number 3, which is the Torse, and that's a T as in Tom Torse tournament, 50K guarantee, 30K starting stack. And the rake on that is 510 going into the prize pool and 90 going into the rake, which has a $25 staff take in there as well as a total of $90. At 5 p.m., there's an 8 o'clock. I'm no, sorry. At 5 p.m., there's an $800 event number 2. And this is just an additional flight to that tournament. It is a $1 million guarantee, 40K starting stack. And we discussed that right yesterday, so I'm not going to do it again today. Go ahead, Isaac.
Actually, give me 1 second,
Sure.
and
While you're
yeah,
doing that,
I gotta move a car real quick. So
that's okay. I'll keep reading the ones that I have.
fantastic, thank you.
Perfect. You bet, buddy. Okay, over at the Aria today, the Aria Poker Open 1 p.m. tournament is $600 no limit, 50K guarantee, 30K starting stack. At 7 p.m. is a $300 no limit tournament, 15K guarantee, and a 25K starting stack. Over at the Bellagio today at 12 p.m., there is a $150 no limit tournament, 2K guarantee, 20K starting stack. And at 5 p.m. is a $150 no limit tournament, 2K guarantee, 20K starting stack. Over at the MGM today at 11:10 a.m. is a $125 tournament, $1,500 guarantee, 25K starting stack. and that is the No Limit Grand Stack Tournament. At 3:10 p.m. is a $125 Grand Bounty Tournament over at the MGM. 1K guarantee, 20K starting stack. At 7 p.m. is a $125 Grand Rebuy Tournament. 2K guarantee, 15K starting stack. At 11:10 p.m. over at the MGM is a $125 Grand Stack Bounty Tournament, 20K starting stack, 1K guarantee. Over at the Venetian today is the restart of event number 12, $400 Ultimate Stack Tournament. At 11:10 a.m. is a $600 event number 16, which is a Monster Bounty Tournament, 40K guarantee, 30K starting stack. At 6:10 p.m. tonight at the Venetian, a $200 Bounty Tournament, event number 17, 10K guarantee, 25K starting stack. Over at South Point today at 10:10 a.m. is a $120 no limit tournament, 10K guarantee, 20K starting stack. At 2:10 p.m., $120 Chip Chop Survivor Tournament, 3K guarantee, 20K starting stack. At South Point at 6:10 p.m. tonight is a $180 deep stack, 10K guarantee, 30K starting stack. And at 10:10 p.m. is a $120 turbo bounty tournament, a 2K guarantee, 20K starting stack. The Orleans has an 11 o'clock tournament, $120 super stack, 10K guarantee, 25K starting stack. And at 11 a.m., also a $400 tow, and that's TOE. Flight 1B, it's a 50K guarantee, 40K starting stack. At 4 p.m. is a $240 08 Stud 8 tournament. Starting stack of 30K, 10K guarantee. At 6 p.m. is a $150 monster stack, 10K guarantee, 30K starting stack. That's what's happening over at the Orleans. Also at the Horseshoe today, um, and every day for the next 2 weeks at 9 a.m. is a $100 no limit tournament, 1K guarantee, 20K starting stack. At 11 a.m. is their $160 no limit tournament, $1,500 guarantee, 20K starting stack. At 2 p.m., 5 p.m., and 11 p.m. is a $100 tournament, 1K guarantee, 20K starting stack. And again at 8 p.m. at the Horseshoe is a $160 no limit tournament, $1,500 guarantee, 20K starting stack. Over at the Nugget, every day for the next 2 weeks, 12 p.m., they will have a $100 no limit, no guarantee, 10K starting stack tournament. And at 8 p.m., another $100 no limit, no guarantee, 10K starting stack tournament. That's at the Nugget. Over at Westgate, they're going to have a $55 no limit tournament starting at 12 p.m. There's no guarantee, 15K starting stack. Then our favorite tournament over at Westgate is the Lazy Pineapple $55 buy-in, and that starts at 3:05 p.m. And again, there's no guarantee. And that's a 15K starting stack with a 15-minute blind level, Lazy Pineapple. At 7:05 p.m., they have a $75 no limit bounty, no guarantee, 15K starting stack. And at 9:05 p.m., there is a $70 tournament, no guarantee, and that is a 15,000 chip starting stack. That is what's going on at Westgate today. Let me get Isaac back up here. Also at Red Rock today, Sunday through Thursdays at the Red Rock for the next 3 weeks, 10:35 a.m. is a $150 no limit, no guarantee tournament, and they have a 15K starting stack. So that's what's going on around town in Vegas today. Isaac is trying to get back up here. Let's see. He went outside to move vehicles and he's booted himself out, I'm sure. You there, buddy?
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Thank goodness. Oh, I swear it's the curse of this area that I live in that I have range extenders to try to
Oh,
solve
interesting.
this, because yeah, my I think it's like a little quarter-mile stretch that I'm literally dead in the middle of, that just my signal just dies. And the moment it does, this is why I don't like to run spaces when I'm not home,
Yeah,
because I'll get home and rug the space. Or if
right,
I gotta leave, I'll leave and rug the space.
right.
I can never have a stable connection throughout.
Well, yeah,
So tilting, so tilting.
I hear you. And
I
sometimes
think
we
I heard
can't.
you read off my part too, didn't
I
you?
did. I did. I was like, let me just go for it. So when he comes back in, he don't have to worry about that stuff.
You're so sweet. Thank you.
We just keep on moving, as they say.
Indeed,
Oh,
indeed.
there is another thing I wanted to announce, and I announced it, I think last week when I did the interview of Ilza. Any ladies that are interested in playing the ladies event at the Aria on December the 15th, it is a $600 buy-in. Let me know, because Bobby Schmidt, um, a Spaces Oldie But Goodie, responded to my tweet promoting that tournament with an offer to give one bullet or $600 to a lady to play it. So please DM me if you're interested. I will add you to the list. Thus far, there's only two people on that list, me and another lady. So unless somebody's reached out directly to him. So um, let me know about
Super
that, you
cool.
guys. Very
Super cool.
cool.
Hell yeah.
Very cool. So that's what's going on, folks, with all that stuff. You
Nice.
have anything you'd like to bring up, my friend?
Maybe the usual for me. We're minting phase six currently. We are going to announce when we will be getting the season by, looks like, this week's end. And yeah,
Nice.
we are currently, I think, about 10 mints away from our second mint incentive game. We are running a mint incentive game every 40 mints. We're almost halfway through our raise right now. And it's pretty cool actually, because things are moving along quite nicely. We just started the mint about less than a week ago, and already we're about halfway through it. So that's
Nice.
really cool. We
Nice.
cannot wait to,
Spectacular.
yeah, we can't wait to get there. But yeah, really excited for this season. It's been a real grind right now, because um, dropping an NFT project or a PFP project, whatever you call it, there is so much work that
I
goes on
bet.
behind the scenes to make that happen,
I
and
bet.
doing that while running another phase season has been a little bit daunting. But it's one of those things, we're setting up for our future, so it's okay.
That's right. That's right.
It's okay. I don't mind the grind. Mac doesn't mind the grind. JB doesn't mind the grind. So
I
so,
love it.
so it's all right.
Good for you guys. Always working on improvement and more offers. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
But yeah, that's what we got going on right now.
Awesome. Awesome. And I just want to tell everybody as a reminder, any information we give out in my spaces or anybody's space, I shouldn't even limit it to my space. Any information we give out, please double check it. Make sure we're giving, we might make a mistake, or maybe the information changed since the last time we looked it up. So double check it before you go buy it, right? So if we tell you about a tournament, please double check that information to ensure yourself the best time possible, because we make mistakes and information changes. And we don't do it purposely, but it does happen. We're looking up lots of information, disseminating lots of information, and again, we want you to have the best time possible. So double check that information, please.
Yes, always,
Hey,
always.
Sarah, you want to come up for a minute? I sent you a microphone, or you can request one in the bottom left. Oh, Isaac, you got some feedback. There we go.
Do I? Here, hold on.
Hey, Sarah, how are you? Hello, Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Isaac, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. I just to make sure my signal's still good. Sarah, are you there? She's in Spain, I believe.
I see her as a listener still, so she may not be. And international
Can you hear
connections
me
are always
now?
hard. Oh,
There we
there
go.
she
There
is.
she is.
There she is.
Hey,
Perfect.
Sarah. Are you in Spain right
Hello.
now?
Por supuesto, in Madrid.
Awesome. Have you played any poker yet?
No, I have been very ocupado, as they say here, very busy with poker stuff, kind of on my computer, talking with friends, making plans, trying to help get a petition that I know you are aware of to get the Fair Bet Act passed. And seeing my dad in the hospital. So I'm hoping to be able to sneak away for some poker, but I have a rule that I put in place that I promised my husband if I don't get at least 7 hours of sleep in a day, I am not allowed to play poker. So that is my reward, and I have yet to do it.
All right. Well, how's your dad doing, first of all?
He is doing very, very well. His left hand is a little bit swollen and doesn't really move much, but his right hand is doing wonderfully. He's started standing with assistance. Just as a little trigger warning for listeners, he still has a chunk of his skull removed.
Right.
And because of administrative stuff, they have denied putting it back in right now. His fiance is working adamantly hard to get it put back in because that should really help with his
Good.
recovery. But I am just very grateful to have him. And he is mentally there, just a little bit foggy, which is understandable.
Which is a miracle, really. And I'm just going to
Truly.
say, yeah, I'm just going to say we don't do trigger warnings here. If somebody can't take it, please don't come in my space. So go ahead.
That's
Uh,
right.
so we don't do trigger warning bullshit over here, okay? And no offense to you, because you
No,
know where
none
I'm coming
taken.
from.
I do. I do.
I am so glad to hear he's doing so much better. I know you've been worried about him, and I'm equally happy that you're there to see him for sure. Now,
Thank you.
tonight you got to get 7 hours sleep so you can go play poker and report back to us in the
That's
next few
right.
days. So, how long you there for?
I am here until basically December 9th. My flight leaves on the 10th, very, very, very early.
Okay, very good. And you'll be in Madrid the whole time?
Yes.
That's so exciting.
Yeah,
That's
very
awesome.
exciting. And
Hell
it is
yeah.
a lovely city. I was a little bit worried based on some people's kind of scouting reports about potential pickpocketers or those kind of things. But frankly, at least in the area I'm staying in the north, everything is beautifully lit for the holidays. People were out
Oh,
and about yesterday at midnight because they have dinner so late here.
yep.
It was just, it felt very safe. I didn't wear my headphones when walking around, of course, but I felt very, very safe there.
Well, as you know, I just went to Italy and Malta in the last month, and the whole pickpocket thing, everybody, like, that's what everybody targets when you say you're going overseas: pickpockets, pickpockets, pickpockets. And I'm going to tell you, I really think it's good advice. And if you just wear a crossbody, you're going to be fine. But that,
Yeah.
that is a very hot topic when people know that you're going overseas. And I appreciate the heads up. I've been overseas before, so I kind of already knew about that. But if somebody's just traveling there for the first time, you definitely want to cross body bag because, pickpocketing can be happening all the time, especially in your big tourist cities like Rome and Paris and whatever. So to
Yep.
be proactive is never a bad thing. But I'm so glad you're seeing it at Christmas time. I bet it's beautiful.
It truly is rather magical.
That's awesome. Very cool.
You're in
So,
Madrid?
yep.
Yeah.
Dope. Or are you going to see the Sagrada Familia?
No sé, in inglés, por favor.
Sagrada Familia is the name of the cathedral that Gaudi built in the city. That's not supposed to be
Ah.
done for like another 60 years, and it's been being built for like the last 100 and I don't want to, maybe like less than 150 years.
Oh my goodness. No, it wasn't even on my radar. I'll have to ask my dad's fiance about it.
Listen, because it's on my bucket list, I would love to know that somebody that I know just even a little bit has seen it.
Yeah.
It is beyond beautiful. Antonio Gaudi also designed some other structures here in America, but there's a bunch of stuff he never like got to start the projects on. The man
Mm,
lived inside of the cathedral while it was being built. Like he it was almost religious for him to be in there as it was being built for years. A
wow.
beautiful story, and the architecture is stunning, and it is, it reminds you of things you see in the old world, but it's in our world and it's still under construction. So that's why I think
Hmm.
it's something that if you're by it, try to check it out.
Very cool. Thank you. Mucho gracias, señor.
See,
That's
see,
awesome.
de nada.
Sounds awesome. Okay, how about food choices? What have we been eating?
Empanadas,
Oh my
um,
God, yum.
sushi, which sounds funny, but it was very good. What else did I have?
No pasta yet?
No pasta yet. I also need to try tapas. I haven't had
Oh my
tapas here
God,
yet.
yeah.
Oh,
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
have you
I'm
had
gonna tell
paella?
you.
Have you had paella yet out there?
No, not yet. I literally have like barely surfaced.
That's
I'm
cool.
gonna tell you, there's a great paella place in the Cosmo that we go to often. If I can imagine the paella in Spain must be 10,000 times better, but the one in Cosmo is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Hell yes.
Yeah, paella is a special dish. There's not a lot of places out here, and people always make it like a little bit off. Like you have to make it with the crispy bottom, and you have to make it with certain kind of like spices and everything. That I think it's just gonna be exceptional because it comes from there. But
Hell
Awesome.
tapas,
yeah.
when you do try, please come and let us know. I want to know how your tapas experience
Yes.
goes.
Yes.
Yeah, tapas. They have that too at that Cosmo restaurant. If I could just think of what it's called. We've gone there often. It's in the Cosmo. Highly recommended. I guess we need to go there together, folks.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, seriously.
Hell yeah.
So many
All
things.
right. Sarah, I mentioned earlier you and Lee are going to come on Monday for us to discuss the petition as well as the law. So I didn't want to
Yep.
kind of dive deep into it today because we're going to do it on Monday. But is there any short form of that you want to mention today leading into Monday?
Yeah, I think
The Fair Bet Act petition.
yes, absolutely. I would say Lele Poker, which has two R's at the end of it, LELE Poker with an extra R, is the expert on this. I am lending my muscle strength and voice to what she has been advocating and working so hard for months, if not even frankly years, with respect to getting online gambling legal, get the Fair Bet Act passed to get rid of that 10% phantom tax that people are starting to wake up about, and some other things that Lele has been advocating for. She is the expert. I can't wait until you get her on your show to have your listeners, frankly, hear her walk through the ramifications if Dina Titus's bill, the Fair Bet Act, is not passed to overturn. I'm blanking on his first name. Is it Mike Crapo's law in the big beautiful bill that he snuck in? Again, Lele is the expert, so stay tuned. I can't wait to see you all on Monday. But I would say circulate the petition that Lele started. It is a nationwide petition. You do not need to financially contribute. However, if you do, that will help Lele travel to DC to speak before Congress in the spring, which is happening. Um, and it's just very exciting because this did not get enough attention when it should have, but it is not too late for us. And it
Right.
affects anyone in the gaming industry, including sports bettors. And my position and Lele's position is if there are sports betting commercials on like sports broadcasts, there needs to be something on sports broadcasting telling sports bettors, you've got to protect yourself, sign this petition, call your senators, get the Fair Bet Act passed. And you don't have to be involved in gaming yourself. This phantom tax will affect your family and friends when you are financially hit.
Right. And let's, as a reminder, I spoke about this earlier. I did put a link on my Twitter feed that you can follow, and it'll take you to the email addresses of your state's representatives. So you can reach out to them directly via email and tell them what you think about the Fair Bet Act. And, speak to your representatives, be heard, people.
Yep.
So we'll see everybody Monday on that topic, and we'll dive deep into it so that people can have a better understanding than the peripheral that I feel like most of us probably have about the topic, and ways, of course, that we can come together and reach out to our representatives. So appreciate you, Sara.
Yeah, and I appreciate you lending your strength and platform to this, Sherry, because it truly does affect us all. This is, I don't want to sound like I'm grandstanding, but this is a goddamn American right we're talking about here: taxation without representation.
Fair enough.
I feel that.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I feel that's valid.
Fair enough. All right. I'm just going to say this to you personally, Sara. Don't spam my Twitter feed.
I won't. I promise. I'll behave. I'll be a good girl.
Because I don't want to have to block you until Monday.
No, I hear you. I hear you. I've already been chastised. I'm trying to not bark too loud. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but you know what though? It makes sense though, because at the end of the day, it affects not just like uh, it affects livelihoods, which is super
Yes.
Well,
important. You know,
the
like
bottom line
Sherry
Yes.
is,
broke it down
yeah.
to my ignorant ass a little bit earlier, and yeah, I definitely support it, and I'm enough of a jabbermouth that I'm probably going to call a couple senators just for shits and giggles.
Perfect.
Love that. Love it, love it, love it. And Sara, I'm glad you stopped in and gave us an update. And it's I want you to stop back in, of course. We want to talk about how you're doing in the poker tables and the poker scene and how it's different in Spain when you go through that process, okay?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. And if I can sneak in a tournament, I'm going to try and get a flag on my name. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yes, let's go. Now, I will tell you from speaking with many different folks about playing in Spain, I don't know how good your foreign languages are, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of enforcement of the English only at the table. So
Good
don't
to
let that,
know.
yeah, don't let that frustrate you either or get you off your game.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard that from several different people throughout the years. So, and it's
I'd get kicked the hell out. I got to tell you, because I would
well, and
start.
it's kind of funny that it's like one of the countries that often comes up on that topic. It's always Spain, 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 and I'm like, why? Like, why discourage people from coming there? Because I'm not going there if you're not going to speak English and value me as a
Hmm.
customer. When you're letting that happen as an operator, you don't value me as a customer then. So guess what? I'll
Right.
go somewhere else.
I feel like
Yep.
trolling is in order though in those situations, and I feel like I would pull up and start speaking like Ricky Ricardo type Spanish. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know what I mean? Like you know how Lucy would always be, mira que tiene que ver. I would be tripping, even though I speak Spanish, not that great, but I speak Spanish. I would still be tripping.
Ricky Ricardo Spanish, you just made my day.
Yeah, nah, cause like, see that's the thing. It's like if you're gonna play those
Oh
kind
my
of
God.
games, right? Like, it's so ridiculous. But you know what? At the same time, I feel like I've met some Italian players in Web3 a couple years ago. Some Italian players got together and they dropped a collection. And
Right.
we tried to to get with them, get
Sure.
community with them, and everything. And they were very anti. They were very like, nah, it's us and it's our little group. I'm like, so then why drop a project? Oh, because we want to raise
Yeah.
funds. I'm like, okay, so you guys are just selling to each other? Like, it really didn't
That
make
doesn't
sense.
make sense either.
Yeah, it really didn't make sense. But yeah, they were very anti. Like, no, us and our little league of people. Okay, well, have fun. Like,
That's pretty close minded, isn't it?
it's super
Yeah.
close minded, but
Wow.
at the same time, I've noticed that um certain folks get together in groups and they don't want to let anybody in. That's all right.
It's true. Now that is true. It is true. And it's so, not only is it closed minded, but it's so lacks vision for the future for yourselves. Like you
Yep.
can really, if you've got a good product, turn this into something really good and your community is going to be the beneficiary. So what's the purpose here?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't either. I don't either. But hey, all you can do is pray for them. Bless their hearts.
I know that's right. God bless their little hearts, as we say down in the South.
Yeah,
Bless their little
exactly.
Yes.
hearts.
Exactly. It's like patting someone on the head verbally. So,
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to go around the horn if you guys have anything else you'd like to bring up, and then we will log off for the day. Okay, so Sarah, ladies first.
I'm just grateful that you have this space and you are inviting me on, and I have said my piece already.
Appreciate you. Have a good trip, and I'll be talking to you soon. Isaac, anything you'd like to bring up?
hey, play poker every day. Now, let's see.
I was about to say, hey, 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 goodbye. Na,
The,
na, na, na.
what do you call it? Oh yeah, Baboon Space tonight. We'll be talking about gold, degeneracy, and poker.
Okay, just for the record, I'm going to be out with my kids. So I'm going to miss it again this week, but have a great space and great game for sure. Good luck to all you guys and
Well, there you
girls.
go. Much love, everybody.
Much love. Appreciate y'all listening currently or in the future on the replay. And we will see you back at it tomorrow at 9 a.m. Vegas time. And that is 12 noon Eastern time. And what is that? So it'd be 3 p.m. Is it 3 p.m. by you, Sarah?
I'm 6 hours ahead.
Okay. So whatever that is, people, be there or be square. We'll see you tomorrow. Much love, folks.